Good morning, everyone. I am Professor Vishal Solanki, Assistant Professor and SSIP Coordinator, Sigma Institute of Engineering, Vadodara. SSIP cell of Sigma Institute of Engineering has organized a national webinar on roles and responsibilities of startups. I welcome today's expert, Mr. Darshan Patel, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Also welcome Sri Shailesh Bhai Shah, Founder and Chairman Emeritus, Sigma Group of Institutes, Srimati Joshna Ben Shah, Mentor and Principal Advisor, Sigma Group of Institutes, Dr. Harsh Shah, Chairman, Sigma Group of Institutes, Dr. Shreya Shah, Managing Trustee, Sigma Group of Institutes, Dr. Jigar Patel, Managing Director, Sigma Group of Institutes, Dr. PSP Gandhi, Principal, Sigma Institute of Engineering and Associate Dean Engineering, Zone 3, GTU. I also welcome all the dignitaries on the board and all the participants. Now, I would like to invite Principal Sir, Dr. PSP Gandhi, to introduce today's speaker and say few words on this occasion. Please, sir.
Very good morning to all the participants and dignitaries and Mr. Darshan Patel. As a part of SSIP cell and 75 years of independence, today we have organized a national webinar on roles and responsibility of startups. Today we have very eminent speaker, Mr. Darshan S. Patel. He is the founder and director, Leaftronix Analogic Solution Private Limited, Gujarat, India. Mr. Darshan Patel graduated in year 2004 from Changa, did his master's from Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore University. After leaving the academic, he started his own venture to contribute not only to the Make in India, Digital India, but design sector in India too. Presently, his role is technical lead, motor control, power supply design at Leaftronix Analogic Solution Private Limited, Gandhinagar. His present working area are design and development of PMSM motor controller from 50 watt to 10 HP for agriculture and automotive applications. Electronics vehicle charger, LTE and NB IoT gateways. Leaftronix provides the customized electronic design, embedded system design, power electronic system, industrial automation, and telemetry system design, PCB design, IoT product design, proof of concept, firmware, software development, renewable energy solution, prototyping, and contract manufacturing services covering a wide area in the electronics domain. So we have a very eminent person from the very eminent company and Mr. Darshan Patel with us. He is going to share his journey. Also, he is going to give the guideline to the young innovator, young startups for what are the roles and responsibility of startups. So on behalf of Sigma Group of Institutes and Sigma Institute of Engineering, I would like to welcome Mr. Darshan Patel, sir. Welcome, sir, and it's all yours, sir.
Thank you, Priyesh, for a wonderful introduction. Okay, so I think since 2005, myself and Priyesh, we are working together from 2005 to 2008. Okay, so from the starting early days, okay, we were discussing everywhere. He was with electronics department, I was with electrical department, but we were discussing something happening with the technology initially at that time. Okay, at that time some Wi-Fi is new, okay, in the market. Some internet is having very limited bandwidth. So the thing is that we have a lot of discussion on that. What can the infrastructure in the telecommunication or electronics can be improved. And at that time we were discussing that people are believing that in terms of design and development, okay, all the thoughts of a mindset are coming at one stage that design is not a stuff that which India can handle. Okay. Later on, see, we had started our own venture. Okay. Now today I will be discussing certain things with what we are doing. Okay, what is our role in terms of technology development with our clients. Okay, what's our responsibility, what kind of product we are manufacturing, and we will discussing something related to the general startup roles and responsibilities, that what need to do, what not need to do, what are the mistakes, okay, what are the avoidable things from the starting days or early days. Okay, so what is a startup? Startup is nothing but it's just a organization, a industrial sector only, okay, but who doesn't have a lot of capitals, who doesn't have the lot of money in their pockets, and they need to find out some solution related to some problem for a particular sector. Okay, so that's why I had put it over here, startup that makes something what people want. Okay, fine. So this is what a brief things about us. Okay, we had started our own journey in terms of private limited company in 2016, and we are recognized by government of India as a startup India also from DIPP. Okay, now what the services we are providing. Okay, see, we are generally working in the four core segment where the electronics design comes into the picture. One is the customized electronics design and development, where the customer needs to share the input and expected output with the specification. In between input and output, whatever the black box is there, that is our responsibility to design and develop. Embedded system design for the hardware stuffs, for the firmware stuffs also. In terms of power electronics, that is what the growing area nowadays, due to the electrical vehicles policy, due to the future of EVs and everything. And nowadays people need to convert the conventional motors towards the high efficient motor and a controller. Okay, and currently everywhere the data monitoring, data mining, okay, everything will be there. So that comes into the case of IoT. Now this is our team. Okay, we had sit together in the year of 2012-13. Later on we were on a 3 different parts of Gujarat, so then we had decided to come together, and we look that it's a good bunch, that two people are working on a technical base and one is working on a managerial things and a financial management. Okay, now this is what the business vertical, what we are doing: hardware, software in terms of embedded and power. And we are also providing the production services to the original equipment manufacturer, original design manufacturer, prototype, and the volume manufacturing also. This is what the workflow. Okay, idea that comes from the client side. We are doing basically a design firstly on paper, then comes into the next stage with the prototype, then testing and validation, and then after it will comes into the bulk manufacturing. So this is what the concept, and this is what we are handling right now currently at the Leaftronix. Okay, this is what the basic stuffs, it's purely a technical stuffs. Okay, that what is our technical capabilities. So I think if you see, all the areas are currently the growing area in terms of technology. Now see, the things comes where one thing which I would like to discuss with you, that disruption. Okay, that we will discuss it in the somewhat later. Okay, yes, it's here. Fine. So what it is, okay, startup, what the startup is doing actually, they are just disturbing something. Okay, they are just doing something new. Okay, so we need to take the advantage of this disruption. Now the reason is, see, currently if you gone through the semiconductor chipset market, due to the pandemic situation, everybody needs to have mobile or a tab or a laptop. Okay, so now if you go to the Amazon or a Flipkart or any other web, okay, whatever the laptop with the configuration you got it before 2019 in terms of 30,000 or 35,000, right now you will get it near to a 50 to 55,000. What's the reason? The reason is that it's necessary of time. Second thing, every whole world is depending in terms of chipset manufacturing or electronics manufacturing depends on China. Okay, see what we are facing right now. if the chipset we want it before, we want it now for the production, something 20,000 pieces or a 30,000 pieces for a particular design, that is what we are getting in between 4 to 6 weeks before the pandemic. Okay, and now we are getting the timeline 50 weeks, 54 weeks, 44 weeks, something like that. Okay, so now how can you able to survive in this difficult situation? Okay, so one another positive advantage is that we need to depends everything on our own resources. Okay, of course, chipset manufacturing, wafer manufacturing, it takes a lot of time. Okay, but in terms of the small contribution what Leaftronix is doing, we are just providing the services with design and development. And to be very frank, since last 6 to 8 months, okay, lot of clients who were running their designs, who were running their production things, okay, everything within the China, they are just converting those orders to us. Okay, and we are purely designing within Gandhinagar. We are purely manufacturing everything within Gandhinagar only. Okay, so that can be manageable, that can be done unless and until you need to create your own resources, you need to create your own team. Okay, so this is what the disruption is. Okay, now we will see some of the few examples from the startup infrastructure, that what people are doing, okay, and how they are working with some other stuffs. So see, if before 10-15 years, if we will go back before 10-15 years, okay, what was the scenario was like this one. Okay, see, I was traveling to Bombay or some other metros, okay, or Delhi. Okay, this was the structure of the taxis. Okay, I think a lot of people have the idea also, when you come out from the Kalupur railway station or when you come out from the airport. Okay, a lot of people rush to you and they will ask where you want to go, where you want to go. I will take it to the this particular place for 200 rupees, 300 rupees. Some will tell you 400 rupees. Okay, something like that. Now, what it comes when it will come in terms of Ola and Uber, okay, it having some structured into the organized structure. Okay, so what's happening over here? See, what they did, they had just connected everyone on one platform. Okay, and they had put it everything in some logic level, or they had put it everything into the sequential operation. Okay, and that you are getting some good services over there. Okay, so this is what the one example. Now, in the pandemic situation, we are not able to go outside. Okay, still, if you talk about early 90s time, when we are growing, okay, when we were in the school time or everything, there will be only one or two grocery stores within the city or in a small town place. Okay, and they have their own demands. If you go, this is the things, this is the price. If you want, then you can take. If you don't want, then it's okay, it's up to you. Okay, but the competition comes into the picture nowadays, where you will get it something from Big Basket, something from GeoMart, something from Grofers. Everybody have their online stores. Okay, and they are delivering at a doorstep with a good quality, with good competitive price. Okay, see, I'm not against of some stores, okay, some offline stuffs, but what I am telling, there must be a competition. Okay, and thus there must be a positive competition, which can give the justice to the consumer side. Okay, so that is what we are getting over here. Now the same stuffs you are getting over here, the mobile shop or the apparel shop, that Flipkart, Amazon, Mantra, everybody is doing. Okay, so you will get it the lot of multiple choices. It's not like that you will go to the some shop. Okay, you will have the some 2 to 3 stuffs of choice. If you go to the local shop, you will have some 3-4 choices in your particular number in a shoes. Okay, but over here, when you come to the national platform or a global platform, you will have a lot of varieties. Okay, now if you want to eat something from some stores within your office premises, within your home premises, okay, these 3 are your buddy, and you will just order it within 35 minutes or a 40 minutes or a 50 minutes. You will get it at your table. Okay, so that is what, so these four examples, just I want to convey the message. Okay, you must have something into your mind. Okay, and that vision that will create the impact to the people life. Okay, that will make the easy living for the people, and that is what the startup needs to do. So the first criteria which they need to emphasize is find out the proper problem. That is must. If you are not able to find out the proper problem, okay, then you will not able to get it the certain conditions that what you want to do, what you are doing, something like that. Okay, then the next thing. Okay, now why whole world is just seeing towards the India? What's the reason? Okay, and the reason is India is the full of young people. Okay, almost a 34% of the total population are in between the age of 26 27 to near to a 40 42. Okay, so that people can create something new. Okay, so see, everybody is telling that to be the job creators rather than the job seekers. Okay, but it's not an easy task. It's not an easy task. You need to do a lot of stuffs in that situation. Okay, so why you need to limit yourself to your own domain? Okay, now certain people have some criteria that I am electronics engineer, I am computer engineer, I am mechanical engineer, I am civil engineer. Okay, what's my duty towards my country? So the first things which I need to mention, see, whatever the stuffs you like, you just go ahead with the proper planning, proper vision, and proper revenue model. Okay, that is must. So it's not like that if you want to do something stuffs into the electronics engineering, then one mechanical engineer can't do. It's not like that. One MBA graduate can't do. It's not like that. Okay, so the thing is that it's not like that you need to limit yourself to your own domain. Okay, idea, proper execution, proper timeline, proper financial resources that will help you to create a good venture. Okay, so this is you all know. Okay, I had just put it the image over here. If you go the Flipkart, that is the first e-commerce portal which India had seen, and everything you will find over there, and that is the background of engineering. Alibaba, the famous Chinese group. Okay, Jack Ma, basically a teacher. Oyo, that Ritesh Agrawal, a college dropout. Book My Show, that's from the MBA guy. Being Human, that's from the actor. And Paytm, Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Okay, he is basically started the concept with fintech services. Okay, he is also an engineer. Okay, so it's not like that you can't put it yourself into the other than your domain. Okay, you can do anything, but unless and until you will have the idea and the proper execution, that is must. Okay, now this is what I had seen in my career everywhere when I was in the academics. Okay, students are confused what to do. If someone tells you go for civil services, yes, I want to go for civil services. Next day someone tell you need to go to Delhi, you need to join some classes, you need to put your social life and a personal life, some 4 or 5 years of stuffs just aside and started to do, then only you can crack the UPSC. Okay, then later on someone told better go for the GPSC. Okay, someone told better go for the technical job, someone told better go to the somewhere in the abroad, you have a lot of chances, can't be in India, this is not the place that you can live over here, something blah 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 is going on. Okay, now the main stuff is over here. Okay, see, you need to just nurture your idea. Okay, see, I had seen a lot of students who are technically sound. Okay, but later on stage they choose some non-technical stuffs, they choose some administrative job, and it's not a top class administrative job, it's a lower class administrative job. And see, to be very frank, my personal opinion is I am very against of that. Then why you go for the engineering? Why you go for engineering plus MBA? Why you go for BTech and MTech stuffs? Okay, if you want to go in that kind of stuffs, okay, then you should have the planning for your career also within you. Nowadays, lot of resources are there. You will have the access. When we were in engineering, okay, when I was entered at Changa, I was staying at Vallabh Vidyanagar. Okay, we were not known that to getting the admitted into the IIT you need to crack the Z. We don't have any idea. We have just a one stuff in our mind. Just after 12th you got the result, go to LD engineering college, fill up your form, they will call you, okay, we need to go for the counseling, we will get the admission, and then we need to start the engineering. That's what the stuff in our mind. Okay, so that's what the things are going to changing. Okay, so don't keep yourself within certain limits. Okay, you need to explore your own idea, you need to explore your own vision. Okay, and that is the age you need to decide that what you want to do actually. Okay, so in that case people are pretty confused, okay, where to go next. So in most of the cases they had just gone to the some wrong place, and after getting the 10 or 12 years they will have the idea that this is not the place for me. Okay, now see, if you have any idea which you want to put it into the revenue generation model or something like that, okay, so in that case what you need to do, the first thing is you need to have the idea. Second thing, you need to have the proper team. Okay, so proper team management is also must, and without that you can't able to create the revenues. The third thing is the business model. Okay, in what year would we, whether it is in manufacturing, whether it is in services or something like that. Fourth one is the important steps, and that is the funding. Okay, see, everybody is struggling with the funding. Okay, so what's the model which we need to, whether you want to go for some seed funding, whether you want to go for some investor, whether you want to go for some personal funding, whether you want to go for some loans and everything, but that's the case of, and the whole decision is from the team. Okay, but that is the important part. And the timing. Okay, see, timing in terms of the execution of idea. See, in the year of 2007, 6 or 7, one company was there, I forgot the name. Okay, they had started something with the Wi-Fi lighting or something like that. Okay, in Bombay only, Wi-Fi lighting or something like that. But see, if we talk about 2006, 2007, we doesn't have the exploration of the internet, this much of what we are taking right now. See, I know the days when we were in engineering, we are running with that project reports with the floppy disk. Okay, so one chapter, one floppy, second chapter, another floppy. Okay, and if you put the floppy 3 to 4 places, different times, then maybe it corrupt. Later on, after 2004 and 5, I think USB pen drive comes into the picture. Okay, so initially that was the stuff with 128 MB, 256 MB. After the few years, when it comes to the 1 GB, okay, then we were thinking, see, I had purchased my first USB of 256 MB with the costing of something near to a 3.5K. Okay, so now if I will tell you that I have a USB flash drive with the 256 MB, then definitely you guys told me that you are poor people. Okay, what you will do with the 256 MB. Okay, so requirement is more and more. So that particular organization had started related to something with the Wi-Fi lighting. Okay, but at that time people were not aware with the IoT, people were not aware with the internet stuff, people doesn't have the connection, people doesn't have the access of internet too much in terms of Mbps. Okay, so that is also important, putting the idea before the time. Okay, that is also a dangerous. Okay, for market prospectus, that is also a dangerous. So that you need to see. So idea, team management, business model, funding, and a timing, those are the steps which you need to take care. Okay, now before you kick off the actual place, what you are doing and what you want to do. Okay, so the steps will be like this one, that you just need to go ahead with the first steps. Target audience. Okay, what will be the target audience? That is must. What are your clientele? See, as a Leaftronix, if I will be telling you that in what area we are working, so we are basically in the B2B segment only. We are not with the business to consumer segment. We are in business to business segment. So all our products, all our solutions, we are selling to the some of the industrial group only. We are not selling at the doorstep or a consumer side. Okay, so that is the first target you need to decide. Second is the size of user. How many people are using those stuffs? Okay, the third thing, how much will be the business you need to expand as per the customer satisfaction, as per the size of users, as per the target audience. Second thing, that what I told you, B2B or B2C, in what area you want to go. And the next one, it will be the competitor analysis. Okay, see, in India, if everywhere, not in India, but in China, in India, okay, see, if you go to the China, then you just put the phone, okay, and just tell them this is what the Android phone, and I want the Android, this same phone, okay, something 50,000 pieces with my logo, okay, they will give you the phone in 1 month, 50,000 pieces with all the operating system and everything. Okay, so in that case, what you need to do, you need to analyze the competitor stuff. See, if the competitor is giving something which is the costing of some 1,000 rupees, and the same thing you are giving with the 2,000 rupees, and then you are blaming that my cost will be a 1,500 and 500 rupees is something my profit. I will sell it into the 2,000 rupees, but that product is already running into the market with 1K of price. How will you survive? You will not survive at all. Okay, that's what the thing. So whatever the competitors are there, whatever the technology are there in the upcoming, see, nowadays all of you know that 3G comes into the rollback position. 3G will be not supported by any of the telcos. Okay, now everything will be moving on the LTE on a 4G side. Okay, soon in 2022 February or March, Airtel, Vodafone India, they will roll back the 2G services also. Okay, then everything comes into only a one platform, the LTE. Okay, so as a technology solution provider, as a telecommunication solution provider, we must start, as a Leaftronix, we must start to work on 5G also. See, we had started working on the 4G gateways, 4G routers in the year of 2018. Okay, at that time Jio was launching new technology with the VoLTE and something that stuffs. Okay, so you need to have the vision in what way you want to go into the future prospectus. Okay, so what you need to be the innovate. Okay, see, innovate in terms of the changes the product, innovate in terms of how you can give the best level of product with the people want. Okay, so just a one step, okay, that you need to move on. See, we were before 10-15 years for the recharge of the mobile phone, where we are going, we were going to the shop, okay, just telling them, they will add into the mobile, and then after they will able to get it, we will get our phone recharged. Okay, then before that we will have the small coupons. Okay, you need to add the code, star code and hash, you will get the recharge amount within your mobile. And nowadays, okay, you can just sit, just open the mobile, go to the anything app, okay, connect with your payment gateway, and you will have the recharge over there, bill payment over there, everything will be on your fingertips. Okay, so that's what the stops are. Okay, so you need to be the innovate. Okay, and you need to observe the what are the odds and what are the events in the market. Okay, and how in that way you just need to do. Okay, so those steps you must handle. Okay, and you have to be cautious with that only. Okay, so this is what one interesting stuff. Okay, what will be the normal anatomy of an engineer or an entrepreneur? Sorry, what you need to do. The first thing, you need to have the brain, okay, with the pool of ideas. You need to have ideas which can generate the revenue, ideas that not only your idea, okay, it's the idea related to the ease of living for the community. That is must. Okay, so that things you need to put it into the mind. Second will be the communicate the vision. Okay, what is communicate the vision? See, if you go somewhere, then people will ask you what's the vision of your organization. Okay, it's not like that you need to speak out some mug up paragraph. Okay, but within 2 to 3 sentences, what you want to do actually, in what area you want to do, and in what way you want to go, that you need to communicate, especially when you are meeting some financiers, when you are meeting some investor, when you are meeting some fund providers or something like that. Okay, now stomach, what it will give the stomach. Okay, you need to trust your guts. Okay, it's not just like that someone is telling you, you are implementing and you are demonstrating to someone. You need to trust your own guts. Then fit, what you need to do when you are on the terms of dream high, but stick to the ground. Okay, so it's not like that you started to fly by your own. Okay, you need to stick to the ground with your values, with your core values, with your organization values, with your team values. Okay, so those steps will help you to grow better and better day by day. Okay, then your eyes always looking for the opportunity. Okay, wherever you want to go, what kind of products people are using, where you want to go, what kind of opportunity is there for you. Okay, see, in our case, wherever we are going to just visit any industrial segment, okay, we are just started to thinking, where is electronics, the first thing. Okay, and immediately when we find the electronics, we start to see it. Before 2 weeks, I had went to the one of the neighbor's factory. Okay, and they have some products they had designed before the few years back, and they are still using 8051. Okay, 8051 microcontroller. Now Atmel is already not manufacturing anything on 8051. Okay, and they are using the 8051. Now whatever the stops 8051 is handling, that same stops nowadays a 10 rupees of microcontroller can able to handle that solution, and they are giving some 80 to 85 rupees with that 8051 microcontroller, and that is also a clone, that is not the genuine one. Okay, that is the clone, that is a duplicate, so doesn't have the surety on that. Okay, so within the span of 80 rupees they will get the whole product. And currently what they are doing, they are just putting the 8051 over there and handling the product cost near to a 250 rupees. Okay, so in terms of efficiency, in terms of resources, in terms of material management, everywhere they stuck at that same solution with the 10 rupees of microcontroller, you can handle the stuffs. So what you need to do, you need to handle those stuffs, okay, very precisely, those resources very precisely. So everywhere, whenever you go, you must have your eyes on looking for the opportunities. Then ears. So ears, this is what the difficult thing. Okay, so majority of start are having something into the mind that whatever we are designing, whatever we are manufacturing, whatever we are giving in terms of services, no one can give. It's not like that. Okay, so always make a habit to listen the customer feedback. That is must. Continuous improvement process everywhere, whether it is the academics, whether it is industrial, or whether it is the within the family also, but continuous improvement from the feedback is must. The next thing is the heart. Okay, your heart must be full of passion. Okay, that your ideas, your growing plan, your revenue model, okay, everything comes into the same case. Okay, then after you will have the legs. Okay, of course you will have the tough time. Okay, when you doesn't have the funds, when you doesn't have the orders, when you are not able to finish up the project timeline, something like that. But you must keep going on in that tough time also, and that's what you need to instruct your legs. Okay, so this is what the interesting anatomy of an entrepreneur. Okay, and this must be adaptable with the each and every person within the team of any startup. Okay, now this is what the interesting stuffs which I got it from somewhere on the internet. Okay, why the startups are failing. Okay, now if you see the first steps is near to a 42%. What's those 42%? 42% is nothing but they are making some solution, they are preparing towards some solution, they are giving some services that is not in market need. Okay, so that idea comes for then or on team, that idea comes from their own team of management, but that stuff is not at all required by the market. Then why you are investing the money over there? If you are investing the money, if you are investing the human resources, if you are investing a lot of flows over there and you are not getting any customer, why you are not getting any customer? Because it's not a market need. So that definitely converting into a failure, that is must. Okay, so 42% of startups are failing with these steps only over the globe. The second thing is the ran out of cash, that is the fund management. Third one, that is also important, not the right team. Okay, right team is must with the balance of technical management and the verification resources. Then pricing and the cost issues. Okay, that is must. You need to compare the pricing with the global markets, because see, if in terms of electronics, if I will be selling some product to the particular organization and I will tell them I will sell it this product to you in the 10 US dollar. Okay, then definitely that product on from Chinese resources or some Taiwan resources, they will get it at their doorstep with some $7 to $8. Then why they will invest their money in me? Why they will invest their money in me? Okay, so before putting any pricing or something, you what you need to do, you need to have the comparative statement. Okay, then user unfriendly product. So don't put a very tedious product. Okay, people nowadays just drag and drop, just tap and go, something like that. If you put it something innovative but that is very tedious task, okay, then you will not run that product very long lasting. Okay, you must have the business model, you must have the good marketing. Then poor marketing, ignore customer, product miss time, that is what I had told. That company we had they had started with the Wi-Fi lighting or something, and later on stage, if you see, they had just collapsed. Then focus. Okay, focus is must on the one direction. It's not like that in the morning I will handle something with the another stuff, in the afternoon I will handling with something with the another stuff, and the evening I am thinking I need to go for these stuffs. Okay, it's not like that. You must have the focus. Okay, then disharmony among the team and the investor or the founders, that is must. It's nothing but the team management only. Then lack of passion, pivot gone. Then fail the geographical expansion. Okay, you need to have your presence where your product is. Maruti came into the Mehsana district. All the Maruti material provider came to Mehsana district. Okay, if they tell that we will handling the operations from the Gurgaon, we will handling the operation from the Noida to Mehsana, okay, then they will lose the order, definitely. So that's what the thing is. Then after investor interest, legal challenges, network, burnout, and failure to pivot. So this is what, but few things you need to take care when if you are going for some ideas to execute into the business model. Now, this is the things which you need to adopt very importantly. That change is important. Okay, that is must. Change is must. Without change, you can't able to survive. Okay, so change is must. Without change, you can't able to handle those stuffs. Okay, this is what one of the interesting stuff, if you see it over here. Okay, what this stuff is, it's all about handling. Nothing is permanent in technology except the change. Okay, nothing is permanent in the technology except the change. Why change is required? See, in the year of 2007, 2008, we will have the social media platform Orkut. Okay, with gone into the time, that will not going to change, and it will be replacing with the Facebook. Okay, previous one, when we were in engineering, okay, SMS stuffs was there. Okay, and now all the SMS stuffs, it will taken care by the WhatsApp only. Okay, so nothing is permanent in terms of technology. You need to have the continuous improvement process in terms of any product, in terms of any services. Okay, see, if we were when we were in the school days, okay, we will have the radio at home, we will have the radio and tape recorder at home. If that repairing shop, okay, doesn't convert themselves to have the expertise on the mobile repairing, okay, then right now nobody is using the radio, nobody is using the tape recorder. Everything comes into the mobile or some iPods or some music stuffs. Lot of things are there into the market. Okay, so you need to change yourself within the time, or and that's change is must, and that is only the important thing. Okay, you must accept. Okay, now this is what the lesson which we had learned, okay, and which I would like to tell everybody who is going to have something new into the future. Okay, first thing, you don't have time over here. You need to be a quick learner. The first thing, you don't have time over here. Okay, that is must. You just go and execute. You can't blame that you are from this field, you are from that field. Okay, even in our office, we have mostly all the people are coming from the electronics and communication and the electrical background. Okay, but they need to handle the stuff with the Android also. Okay, you need to work, because the integration from that Android or the Linux platform to the gateways and to the electronics hardware, that all are in the one integration product. Okay, so you need to have the knowledge. I'm not telling that you need to be a depth learner, okay, but you need to be a quick learner, that you can able to answer each and everything to the particular customer. Okay, you cannot say, if you going to the visit to the customer and they will ask some raise the idea with the Linux, okay, then you cannot say I am from the electronics background, I am from the electrical background, I am from the IC background, I don't know anything about the Linux kernel and everything. You need to have the idea, you need to answer everything, then work smartly, quick decision. You don't have a time. Okay, you whatever the decision you want to take within the time frame, you need to take it, whether it is positive, whether it is something that can hurt to the team, but you need to take it, okay, to sake of the project management. Then after, you need to have the risk taking abilities. Okay, you need to design the each and everything, that how we can proceed, in what way we can proceed, okay, and what are the risk factor, but you need to put it into the proper hierarchy. Then things out of the box, okay, that is also must. So this is what you need to learn. Fine. Okay, this is the important steps in terms of your duties, or you can say the responsibilities towards the country as a startup. Okay, first, you need to help out with the wealth creation and sharing. You need to create the jobs. Okay, overall, you need to have your own contribution, your firm contribution, your startup contribution in terms of the regional development in whatever you are area you are. If you are in the village area, if you are in the city area, but you need to find out some stops over there, and you need to have the contribution over there. That is must. Okay, if the startup of, or if the industrial organization can't able to do, then no one else will come and do. Okay, then the community development. Okay, see, if see what we had done a lot of stuffs with the, we are in the electronics, so we are helping the people to having something hands-on the robotics and everything. Okay, then exports. Okay, so the that is also the important. Okay, don't just go for the imports. Okay, go for the exports also. You need to sell your products out of the country and try to take the revenue from the other currency towards the INR. That will make us strong. Then you need to help the people to have the standard of living into a better way. Okay, not in terms of the some sophisticated or the materialistic things only. Okay, but in terms of the education, in terms of transportation, in terms of mobility. Okay, those stuffs you need to help that. And this all the things which we are, which the startup can do, that will help in terms of GDP growing and the per capita income. And that is what the, so overall you can say that will help to create something in terms of better economy. Okay, so that's what your responsibilities. Okay, that you need to think out of everything and see, you need to review it, what you did it within 1 quarter in any of these things, what you did. Okay, how much job you create, how much wealth you had created, what you did for the regional development, what you did for the community development, how much export you did. Okay, so those stuffs you need to review it within the span of every 3 months. Okay, that will makes the focus in the next quarter what you need to do it better. If you are not doing better within those steps, and if you're doing better, okay, what steps you need to take to handling or stable in those areas within the next quarter. Now, few of the success mantra what startups need to adopt. Okay, first thing is to start with the good people, to make something what customer actually want. Okay, and to spend as little money as possible. Okay, it means it's not like that you don't spend on the actual expenses, but it means that you should avoid the stuffs which is not required to immediately basis within some stuffs. Okay, then don't be afraid of change. It's leading towards a new beginning. Okay, change is must, as we already talked. Then it is not the strongest intelligent who can survive, but those who can best manage the change. Okay, so those, it's just the Charles Darwin. Okay, that is what we had studied in the school days, the same stuffs. Okay, this is what the important is. Failure will be there. Definitely failure will be there. Okay, so you just need to tell the failure, thanks for all the nation and dear future, I am ready. Okay, definitely with the new challenges and with the new stuffs. Okay, that is what we need to handle everywhere. Okay, okay, now I had fortunate to meet some of the good startups founders within my journey of 4 years within the organization. Okay, so what I had learned from that and what are the qualities they had adopted, that I would like to share with you. Okay, the first thing is, nowadays people are working a lot with the EV. Okay, so I think a lot of you guys know that people are working towards the EV, and the steps is that in the EV, Ether. Ether had started from the some IIT Madras alumnus, okay, and they are now in the market with the two model 450 and 450X, okay, with the beautiful design, and they had changed the whole concept. They had see another is that Ola is also there, okay, but the work Ether has done, that is more remarkable as per as what I had known the business policies of those founders, okay, and those technological development. Ether has done a lot of stuff within India, okay, lot of things they had done, and that will create the base level of scooter, which is with the you can say it with the Activa kind of stuffs, okay. So they are then now the Hero has a stack in the Ether, okay, and they have started the factory in the South India also, okay. This is what one of the startup within the Bombay from a few of the IIT Bombay guys, okay, that Idea 4J, and that Idea 4J is handling something with the defense drones, okay. You just need to understand the concept from they had adopted. They have the very wide area to getting the drones into the market, okay, from the agriculture application, from the defense application. Maybe it will come within India with some the courier applications, with some transportation application, something like that, okay, but they did the great job, okay. So that will create and inspire Idea 4J. You just go into the depth of that, you will have the idea that what they did. This is what there's something important in terms of energy efficient fan, okay. So Atomberg, so nowadays see our conventional electrical fan, which have something to the 70 to 72 watt of power consumption, okay, but this beautiful product which they had designed, okay, that will consume near to a 32 watt, okay. So almost you will get it almost more than 45 to 50% of saving, okay, within a year. And that will be operated with the BLDC motor, with another stuff, you can say it with the remotely operated, because BLDC motor have the electronics controller, okay. Okay, fine. So this is what the three steps. Now the fourth one, which I would love to share with you, okay, that is beyond even my imagination also, and I had found those stuffs on the internet also, and then I had gone through the some documentary which Discovery Plus has prepared for them, okay. That is too much of important, okay. See, now the thing is that you just see this video clip, okay, and then I will explain what those people are.
Today, we're challenging private teams around the world to design and build robotic explorers and race them to the surface of the moon.
To be the first privately funded enterprise to land a rover on the moon.
$80 million money to reinvent how we get to space, how we get to the moon.
These people are trying to demystify this entire concept of a lunar exploration. I think this is exceptional.
I don't care who you are, what you've done before. The first person to make that happen wins.
We're doing the aerospace solution, which hopefully is going to land on the moon soon.
I think we ran out doing crazy stuff on planet Earth, so that's the next phase to go.
Everyone realizes it that you're making this.
Okay, So that was the stuff. You just go on to the Google and you will find out a lot of stuffs. Okay. So Google has one competition, that is the Google Lunar X prize. Okay. So you need to design the rover which can land on the moon. Okay. So this beautiful concept from the team Indus. Okay. They had entered into the final stage of that. Okay. And you can see on the screen that Israel, US, India, and Germany. Okay, so out of the lot of Team Indus has already entered into the final steps. Okay, unfortunately, after getting the too much of time from all the finalists or something, some other management level stuff or something, I don't know still the reason, but Google has dropped out that particular competition. Okay, and they had just canceled out that no one is able to do it. Okay, so you just go through the Discovery Plus, you will get everything about the Team Indus. Okay, what is success, what are the different opportunities, then what are the struggles. Okay, what you need to do to run any startup. Okay, so that will be there. So previous 3 cases I had discussed with the success stories. Okay, and this one the case which we need to study. Okay, they had done a remarkable job whatever they did. Okay, but hiring policy, what people are involving with that particular company, those stuffs are very important to have it into the picture. Okay, so this is what the lesson which I had learned till date. Okay, so the roles of the startup, you just need to grow your country. What are your responsibilities that we had talked it? What are the different segments you can do it? Okay, a lot of things are there. See, nowadays the China disruption is going on. Okay, everything, the chip shortage now. Before I think few days, if you go to the news, you will have the China power crisis. Okay, I got the bunch of news from some of the chip vendors. Okay, if that will be long lasting, then again that will affect to the chip manufacturer, because China is right now closing the factories. Okay, to get the CO2 emission less, and second thing, they have the coal, very less sources of the coal. Okay, because majority their power generation depends on coal. Okay, so those stuffs will come, but that things, how a technological company, how a solution provider company handle those situation and comes with the better revenue model, that is important. Okay, so the impact of this whole presentation. Okay, modern tomorrow, and we will have the better nation. So everything which as an Indian we are doing, or all of us are doing, for the better nation only. So this is what the stuffs from my side. Okay, and I think I had finished within the time limit of 55 to 56 minutes. Okay, so thank you so much for the Sigma Institute. Thank you so much of a bunch of visionary faculty members, management, as well as the team of whole Sigma family. Thank you for providing me the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Darshan sir. It was a very informative session. I thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable time and knowledge with us. I would like to express my gratitude to the management team of Sigma Group of Institutes. I would like to thank Sri Shailesh Bhai Shah, founder and chairman emeritus, Sigma Group of Institutes, Srimati Joshna Ben Shah, mentor and principal advisor, Sigma Group of Institutes. I would also like to thank Dr. Harsh Bhai Shah, chairman, Sigma Group of Institutes, for always motivating us in the direction of innovation and research. I would also like to thank Dr. Shreya Ben Shah, managing trustee, Sigma Group of Institutes, Dr. Jigar Patel, Managing Director, Sigma Group of Institutes. I want to give my special thanks to Dr. P.S.P. Gandhi, Principal, Sigma Institute of Engineering, for always guiding and supporting wonderful events like this. I would like to thank entire SSIP team, Sigma Institute of Engineering. I would like to thank Dr. Madan sir and entire STDC team for the technical support. I would also like to thank all the heads of departments and all staff of Sigma Group of Institutes. My special thank goes to all the participants. Without your involvement, this program would not be succeed like this. Lastly, I would like to thank all who have directly or indirectly contributed to make this webinar a success. Again, my special thank to Mr. Darshan Patel, sir. Thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Jai Hind,
Okay.
Jai Bharat.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay. Fine.